Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of To Tell You the Truth. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Hadley, and this is To Tell You the Truth. If you haven't already, or if you're new here, make sure to follow us on Instagram at _ To Tell You the Truth. You can find us on Spotify, follow us there, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, To Tell You the Truth podcast.
Absolutely. And some very interesting news. This is our last week affiliated with the University of Maine and Share. So there are some new and exciting things coming. And if you guys have been wondering, where are these bitches at? Where did they go? They just disappeared off the face of the earth. We are rebranding. We already have a new logo. And we're just starting some new saucy things in the future for you guys. So be patient. We're getting there. This is also, I think, our last week, or one of our last weeks, filming on Zoom. We are now going to start filming together because I'm coming home. So things are really about to get exciting. And thank you guys for still listening and following along with us. It's about to get really fun.
Yeah, we're super excited. We also are busy trying to finish up college. I know I'm graduating in like 2 weeks, and Ethan's graduating soon after that. And it's just really exciting, and it's been super busy. So thank you for being patient with us. I'm so excited to start doing this in person. It'll be so fun. And yeah, so let's just jump into our last one with you, Maine. Love that for us.
Love that. Love UMaine. Thank you, everyone, for helping us at UMaine.
Shout out Dr. Karen. We love her.
Love her. Yeah, anyone from UMaine that's listening, take any class you can with her. You will not regret it.
It's so good. We both TA'd for her as well, and she was awesome. So
yeah, great teacher, great person. Yeah.
With all that being said, lots of love being thrown out. What are we talking about today, Ethan?
Today we're going to be talking about losing your virginity in your first in college. So I thought we'd start this off with, and if you're our parents, skip, pause, jump ahead, do not listen. We're going to talk about losing our own virginities. So, should I go first? Should I spill the tea first?
Yeah, you go. You can go first. My story is less exciting, so you go ahead and start.
Yeah, so I was a freshman in high school. Wee little Ethan. I was still like 6'2" though, so I was just tall grass amongst the little weasels in my high school. And I was talking to this guy. He was a senior in high school or freshman in college. I can't really remember. It was a while ago. And we were talking, and I was doing the school musical, so we were flirting, and I was giving him the big old doe eyes with my nice green little poppers, and we were talking, and then one day he was like, "Oh, I'm at our mutual friend's house," because they were like, they're cousins but not real cousins, that type of deal where it's super cute. And he was like, "Why don't you come over? They're all going out." And I was like, "Okay." I was 14. I could not drive. I was like, "Hey, Mom, can you drive me to so-and-so's house?"
I've literally,
and she was like,
all the times I've heard this story, I've literally never thought about the fact that you couldn't drive.
Yeah, I was 14. Could not. My mom drove me to lose my virginity. Oh, just wait. So we go, and we're sitting on the couch, and I've kissed someone and done a little, I explored the terrain a little bit, but I wasn't a certified Boy Scout of the area yet. So we were hooking up, and then I was like, okay, let's watch a movie. I could not tell you what movie we watched or a second of it. So we did the deed. I was literally so awkward and so I remember I was shaking, my hands were visibly shaking. And he was like, "Oh, is this your first time?" I was like, "This kid is way older than me." I was like, "No, I've slain 50 bodies." And he's like, "No, what? No one said that in their entire life. Slain bodies? Are you medieval times, Conan the Barbarian?"
Oh my god!
And I was like, "No, I am not a virgin. Christ." And he was like, "Yeah, okay." Mm-hmm. did not believe me. So we did it on a couch in a living room at 2:50 p.m. on a Sunday in January. Not fun, not flirty, not good and fresh. It was super uncomfortable and awkward, and he knew what he was doing, so it was a little better because he was at least do X, Y, Z, oh, this feels good. So I was lucky with that, but I had no idea what I was doing, and he was doing if we're putting it in terms of like, gymnastics, he was doing like Simone Biles triple flips in the air, landing it in a T pose, and I fell off the balance beam. Like,
that is so funny.
it was horrible. Yeah. So then, literally, my mom. So then we kind of finished. I didn't finish. He finished, and then I literally get a text from my dad. He's like, "You have CCD." So my dad picked me up, and then I had to go do confession at. I had to go do confession at CCD right after.
That's hilarious. That is so funny.
I remember I looked at the priest, literally had not showered. I was still on.
Did you confess to your sin?
I told the priest. I told him, I know, my dad just drove me from losing my virginity.
What did the priest say? Was he like 10 Hail Marys?
Yeah. 6 Hail Marys and an Our Father. I remember it to this day. 6 Hail Marys. And I did not know how to do a Hail Mary either. So I had to ask him for help. And then of course I like caught feelings for this guy, and then he was like, "You are literally a psycho," and I was crazy. I was unwell. I was not cute. Yeah, so then he like blocked me on everything, as he should have. Like, he was so in the right. And then we had sex like 6 years later.
Was it fun and fresh then?
Yeah, I realized he's actually really bad in bed.
It was like mind-blowing the first time because it was your first time.
The first time I was like, oh my God, there's never going to be anything better than this in my whole life. I had sex with him again 6 years later, and I was like, like, that's right. Okay, yeah. I was like, interesting.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But what about you? What happened with you?
I was a junior in high school. Also, I believe a January. Fun fact.
Twin flames right here. Let me tell you something.
But it was like a friend of a friend who we like were Snapchatting or whatever, and I literally hadn't even had my first kiss yet. Like, straight up had not had my first kiss, like real kiss.
Stop it.
And like, I was hanging out with him one time. I like snuck off to hang out with him one time, and
as you do,
right? And like, we like kissed in his car, and I was like, oh my God, a kiss, so crazy. And then like 2 weeks later, I had not seen him again, but we were like still like texting on Snapchat or whatever here and there. And I was like out with my friends, and then he was like, come over. So I was the driver of my friends. So I drove everyone home, whipped over to his house.
Bet you were cruising there.
Nobody was home. Like, he was like home all alone. He was also like in the middle of moving, so like his whole entire room was like packed up in boxes except for his bed. But like, his parents weren't home. He was like this like 17-year-old kid who thought he was hot shit, like opened the door like in his boxers and was like, and I was like, okay. And then like we went to his
stop.
Yeah. And then like we went to his
in the boxers. Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking. I'm literally not joking. And like the house looked abandoned because they were in the middle of moving. It was like shady. And and then like we went into his room, and like it lasted maybe like 2 minutes. Maybe. And like and like I bled, and it like triggered my period, so like I just bled for like a week.
Oh my God. So not only was it so bad, it was bad enough that your period was like, all right, we're flushing this out of our system.
They're like, we know you use a condom, and like nothing, like you are not going to get pregnant, but just to be sure, we're just going to empty everything out. Because this cannot be your life.
Your whole body, your guardian angel literally was just like stabbing you with a knife, just like bleed.
And then funny enough,
oh my God, that is so bad.
And then I got home, and we never spoke again. Like, we would see each other. We would like see each other like out like I don't like at a stoplight. Like it's not that big of a town, right? It's like at a stoplight, whatever.
Stoplight.
And like I I would like look away, and it was so weird. And then my sophomore year of college, we matched on Tinder. Because I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. That's the kid that I lost my virginity to. I'm gonna swipe right. And we matched, and he was like, hey, long time no see. And I got scared, so I unmatched him.
You're like, no, you already ruined my body once. You are not entering my temple.
It was really sad that like it was a really hard decision to unmatch though, because he did get really hot. But like that's okay. You have to take a practice sometimes. But I didn't have sex.
Well, it just kind of reminds me of.
I literally didn't have sex again until I went to college.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I'm sorry. I just needed a second to breathe about that. Well, I remember there was one.
You know me, my freshman year of college. Like I went from 1 to a lot real fast. So
1 to an unspecified amount that is actually a good amount. Well, there's that one guy from.
No, go.
Oh, I was just saying. There's that one guy from your town. I will call him the Marine.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Nothing ever happened between me and him because, like, the moment that was going to happen, I got grounded for 2 months because I got caught plagiarizing. Oops. But I literally like he worked at a coffee shop. I went into a coffee shop before I went to like go to a meeting or something, and there was like an old lady in front of me ordering coffee, and she was like such a like horrible person to him. When I got up there, I was like really nice. He gave me my coffee for free. And then like I don't even know how, but I got his phone number and we were texting, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love you. You're amazing. You're great." We were gonna go get some froyo. That day, my parents grounded me for 2 months. Everything fizzled out. But then go ahead, you can pick up the story because that's when I started talking to him again.
Oh, you want me to?
No, you can pick it up.
Okay, let me set the stage. Yeah, okay. Summer going into freshman year of college. Hadley and I, we were at a gay bar every night in Providence, Rhode Island. We don't need to talk about that. That's for another time when we're not affiliated with a school. But so we were literally, I would sleep at our house probably like 4 or 5 days out of the week because we would just like go party every night. One day, we were always putting on our Snap stories. One day, this guy swiped up and he was like, "Oh my god, that's like this is his words. I'm not tooting my own horn." He was like, "This is the prettiest guy I've ever seen." He's like, "He's so beautiful. I need his Snapchat." I was like, "Oh, yes, sir." And this man was Adonis. Oh my!
I was like, "No, it's okay. Like, you can have his Snapchat. It's okay."
Literally, you're like, no, I'll give you his Snapchat. It's fine. I'll sit here. I'll wait. And I didn't even do anything with him either. We drove around at like 3 a.m. one morning. Thought it was gonna go somewhere. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home." I was like, "No, cool, right. Okay, yeah."
The one time in our life, that we could have been Eskimos. Tragic.
I know, and he slipped out of our grimy paws.
Fast forward.
Oh, wow.
He's already divorced. Whatever. We dodged a bullet. Moving on with virginities.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Not to trauma dump. That's a term I learned on TikTok this week.
Yes. Trauma. I know, they're like, I thought you guys were talking about sex. No, it's our trauma time. PT, trauma time. Okay, no, but seriously, moving on. So virginities as a whole, but we're going to talk about how it's portrayed in movies, TV shows, books, XYZ, B, C, A. Every teen show, Riverdale, Euphoria, anything like that, there's always those people that are like, oh, Degrassi, that's a good one too. Where they're like, I'm going to lose my virginity on prom night. there's going to be doves and sparks, and then we're going to get engaged and go to the same college.
And we're just so in that.
I want,
No.
I want whoever, if that ever happened, write in, come on the show. I don't care where you are in the world. I will get you here myself. How the hell did that happen? Because ain't no one I know had a virginity story like that. Not a single person.
Me either.
Every person I hear is trash. And in like these books and TV shows, it's like the parents are never home. The girl's always like wearing white and it's her flower and it's so sacred. And the guy's like captain of the football team and he's going to treat her gently. And it goes one of two ways. They do it or they don't. And if they do it, everything's perfect and they're in love.
And if they don't, it's because the real love story was the next door neighbor all along. Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. Shut up. My next door neighbor was a meth dealer for a couple of years. I'm all set with that love story.
My next door neighbor is 97 years old, so I'm also all set with that.
Yeah, all set. No, I mean, well, hold on. We'll come back to that because money, honey. But
oh no, not in this neighborhood,
no
baby.
fairness.
Not in this neighborhood.
You got the wrong one. No, but it's true, and I'm just so sick of people like idolizing this virginity thing. And don't get it twisted. If that's like because I know a couple of people that are still virgins and we're 22, and that's fine. If you want to save yourself, if you want like this special connection, power to you. Most people don't have that. And if you're one of those people and it stresses you out or you kind of feel guilty or weird about it, you are beyond not alone. There could be a friggin' like worldwide club, like Boy Scouts that we could all join.
Yeah, I mean, one of my best friends of all time, longtime best friend, if you're listening, I'm not going to say your name. Don't worry. But
Don't worry.
She's our age and she, she's still a virgin and I talk about it all the time because she's really concerned about like, not about like her being able to have sex with somebody, but she's just like, I'm 22, I'm still a virgin. I'm so embarrassed that I'm still a virgin. But like, I also haven't found anyone that like I want to lose my virginity to or like to have sex with. And it's like, that's totally fine. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, rose petals, prom night, blah, blah, blah. And if you're still 22 or older or whatever, and you're a virgin, that's fine. Like, you wait until you feel comfortable or a situation that you feel like you can see yourself in. Like, do what makes you comfortable. And if you're feeling weird about it, it's not weird. It's literally
no, not at all. No, and like that, and there's a huge stigma about it, and this goes beyond just like the teen drama genre. Ooh, a good rhyme. Everything, there's such like a stigma about, oh, you're such a virgin. Oh, don't be such a virgin. Like only virgins do X, Y, Z. Like, shut up. Like, I don't know. And it's the same thing where people like ask all the time. They're like, how'd you lose your virginity? How old are you? All this. Like, unless you're like my friend asking because you want to know, or unless you're like crackheads like us who talk about it on a podcast, it's no one's effing business. And that's okay. And I don't know why we're making fun of people for not doing something they're not comfortable with. Like, that's my thing. Are you going to make fun of me because I don't like eating broccoli? Huh? Kind of the same thing, huh? Right?
Agreed.
Agreed. I know. Well, and like, I just feel like we need to like talk about, sex does get better. Like, for everyone that's lost their virginity, and like if you haven't had a lot of sex after, or if that was your only experience with it, it gets better. As we get older, people start aging like fine wine. They start figuring their little tricks out, what they're good at, what they're not good at.
Mm-hmm. I have another friend who she has had sex before, but it's literally been like twice. And the first time was actually 30 seconds, and the second time was like the same person, maybe 3 minutes, but like somehow worse. And so like she's like,
oh, not worse.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm done with sex. I'm so over it. I don't want, like, this is so dumb. And it's like, no, like, it gets better. Like, I promise it gets better. You just have to find the right person. Obviously, this one is not the right person. Like, they're just not doing it for
No, yeah.
And
Well, that's the thing. Find who you like, find what you like,
mm-hmm.
and just like go together. Because the sculpture of David, was that Leonardo da Vinci's first sculpture?
Don't think
No. Don't think so. So just like Leonardo da Vinci, one day your body will be like fine art that only the real classy broads can enjoy. Ooh, that was beautiful.
That was
gorgeous.
That was moving, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, when we start doing merch, I'm just gonna say that's gonna be a merch quote. You're the statue of David. Amazing. And I have a question. Would you do it differently? Like if you could lose your virginity again, would you do it differently?
I mean, like, you all just heard my virginity story. And it's a hot mess, and it's a funny story. Like, now, like 5-6 years later, it's funny. But back then I was like, oh my god, this is so dumb. Why did I do that? Whatever. No, I don't think I would change anything about it. I think that it gave me perspective. I was like, but also it was one time my junior year of high school, and then never happened again until college. So at least going into college, I was like, I've done this before. That's fine.
Right.
That set me up for, how that went. I feel like if I personally went to college a virgin, I would have been more nervous about like my first hookup and probably would have like done it very differently. So I think the way that everything unfolded makes sense to me and works for me. So no, I wouldn't do it differently.
Oh, I love that.
How about you?
No, because I did that, and then I got like my first boyfriend like 2 months later, and again, he was older. He was a senior. I know for a fact he was a senior in high school. I was a freshman, and so kind of like having like even one experience, kind of like you, I kind of wasn't as nervous having sex, and I kind of like I don't know, and having sex so young, that's for it was a little young.
Yeah.
It definitely made me more open about my sexuality and like able to talk about it more, I guess, just because like I don't know, I can't really remember a time where I wasn't not sexually active. I don't know, but no, I wouldn't change really anything. I liked it. And now we're gonna a little shift, a little diagonal swivel. First, the first random hookup that you ever had. Well, for both of us, it was our virginity.
Yeah.
Love that for us. Love that for us.
But I think,
when we got to...
I feel like we can give some advice, though, on, like, some first random hookups or any random hookup. At least, like, know what they look like before you go. That's probably...
Oh, my God. No, I'm not kidding. You get a Snapchat. Get it at angles, too. Just like the one where they pick up the phone and they're, like, smizing and their lips and jaw... No, you get shitty lighting. You get them at a weird angle because I'm telling you, those people, I went in thinking I was hooking up with like Leonardo from the Titanic. I got Leo from the Titanic. I ended up with him after he got mauled by a bear in The Revenant.
Oh my God.
It was so messed up. He was like 20 years older than he said he was. And he was like, hey, I was like, you are not 23. Like, you are 44 and my dad's age. Get out.
It was so funny. Use a condom. Be safe. All stuff like that. Like, just be smart about it, especially if it's like kind of random. Especially going into college.
Yeah, and like
you're gonna meet people at parties and like kind of maybe like go home with them or they come home with you or whatever. Just like be on top of things and make sure like you know the situation going into it. No, learn their name.
True, and if you're going to, yeah. Yeah, their name's a big one, and like if you're leaving a party, make sure you like get an address, like tell a friend, because there were many nights where I would text Hadley or she would text me. She's like, where are you? And I'm like, Maine, the state of Maine I am in. I could say for a fact I am in Maine. And that is all I knew.
Hey, but what if you accidentally went to Canada and now I can't get you back because I'm looking at your passport on your desk right now? What is that?
I checked your snap map. Your snap map. You are a borderlining. You are Presque Isle, baby boy. What side are you on? No, for real. And just be safe. Girl code, boy code. Friends don't let friends do bad things.
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah, just don't be a shitbag and watch out for each other. But like, also have fun. Like, try new things, especially with one-time hookups. If you want to try that one thing you don't have the courage to try, do it because like you're probably never gonna see them again. Duh.
Mhm. Unless it's the next dining hall, then you always see them for some reason.
Oh my god. Yeah. Make sure that before you sleep with them, make sure when you're like, oh my god, how do I know them? Is it calc? Is it calc one? No, it's the dining hall. They sit next to you every other day, ma'am. Like, get it together. First kiss. I feel like this one's just like kissing's so important. Kissing is so important.
Mhm.
Honestly, practice with your best friend. Practice with a frat brother. If you're in a fraternity, just be like, hey, bro, it's not gay. We're practicing for the ladies. Don't fall in love with them. Don't run away. Don't change your names and start a new life in Europe. Don't do that.
No,
But maybe kiss them.
no, I think that's good advice. I think. I don't know.
I was in a fraternity. Let me run it back and try this plan out. I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, you mean you didn't do that already?
No, I mean I did. No. Oh my god, don't expose me. Yes, did I sleep with my frat brothers? Yes. Was it a bad idea?
Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Who knows? I left. Did I leave for someone, with someone? Maybe. Did I go to Europe and change my name? I came back. I get most important part. I came back.
That is so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah. But no, seriously, just practice kissing. Like, literally go on Tinder. If someone's like, I want to hook up, be like, yeah. Be like, I just kind of want to, like, cuddle in bed and, like, make out and watch a movie. Practice kissing then.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time sleeping over with someone, this one I feel like is, like, the most intimidating.
I agree. I feel like it can be, like, very exciting, but also, like, very nerve-wracking at the same time.
So nerve-wracking because there's so many factors. Like, if you're not in a dorm or in an apartment, or even if you're in an apartment, roommates/parents, figure that out. Because you can't be screaming like you're being stabbed by Michael Myers if there's roommates or parents home. That's just like not considerate, and you will get a nickname.
Yeah, probably.
Well, and then beyond that, there's like so many other factors. Are there pets there because that's so uncomfortable? Does he have a box spring mattress just on the floor? Like, that's it?
Does he have more than one pillow? Did you pack your toothbrush? Are you gonna, like, fart in your sleep or snore?
I didn't even think about farting in your sleep. Oh, girl, no. That's it. I'm never sleeping with him. I'm leaving my boyfriend's room right now. I can't do this anymore. Today was not the day to say that out loud.
I'm very sorry, but these are the things I think about.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah, so we're asking a lot of questions with not a lot of answers because I feel like it's very different each time. And I feel like these are just things you need to think about. And, like, just make sure you're prepared for anything. Have, like, Hermione Granger's bag from Harry Potter, or, like, if you're not as cultured as I am and don't understand that reference.
I don't know what that means. I just nodded and smiled.
Mary Poppins bag where you can just pull anything out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just be prepared, especially if you have, like, time to prepare and it's not just, like, leaving a bar or a frat basement. If you don't think you need it, you do.
Oh, you just froze.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, a little technical difficulty. So glad we're recording in person, and that will never happen again. But I'm gonna end it on oral sex. First time giving head, getting head. Not only will you probably not enjoy it, your partner's probably gonna leave there with, like, physical trauma and emotional turmoil.
Well, that's not always the case, but it's possible. The first time I, like, gave oral sex was like to the person that I lost my virginity to. But like that time when I said that we were just kissing, it wasn't just kissing. I definitely also gave him and
I might have also slept with him that time too, and 3 times before. I actually lied to you guys about my whole virginity.
No, I didn't. I didn't lie. But also then that happened. There was a time, yeah. So he taught me, like, I guess. I was like, I've never done this before. Weird. And he was like, you'll be fine. And I was like, I don't think so. He's like, do you want to try? I was like, yeah, I'll try, but you will not like it. And he was like, just try. And then he like kind of like walked me through it, and it was like it worked out for both of us. It was fine. Like I didn't hate it. He got off and it was fine.
I love that. I went so dark so immediately, and there's such a bright side to everything. That's not very Oprah-like of me. I'm sorry to our loyal listeners. I will do better in the future. Because Hadley just gave us such inspiration. Your first time, just ask. If you don't know, we always say communication. If you don't know, just be like, do you like this? Does this feel good? How do you like it? Mm-hmm. It's like getting a burger. Do you want it well done or medium rare, babe? Let me know.
For real.
I know, because I remember the first time I like got oral sex. I was kind of young. I was younger than I was when I lost my virginity. I remember like canines literally scare me, like emotional trauma. And I just was like, no, I don't like oral sex. No, I don't like, for like the long, like until I was like 19, I like did not like oral sex. I didn't like want anyone to try it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again. And it was fine. I liked it. But like, it's just like, make sure you're asking. And like, it's okay that if it's not good with one partner or you're not good with one partner, because I ended up finding partners out perfectly great with. So just like give yourself a break too, because not every time you have sex or every person you have sex with is going to be like mind blowing. You're reaching the cosmos.
Right.
And that's okay, because this isn't a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. So I think a big part of it is.
Yeah. And once again, there's. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just.
Sorry, I completely just.
I was just going to say.
We're a mess right now. Please ignore us.
I was just going to say, I think that communication's huge. And if you're super nervous about oral sex, like any kind of sex, kissing, whatever, just talk about it. Just ask. And people are like more, usually in my experience, more than happy to like either hear what you're suggesting and like adjust accordingly, or vice versa. If someone is, asking me to do something, I'm like, yeah, whatever, sure.
You heard it, yeah. And so that's great advice. And there's literally no reason to have any pressure. Everyone goes at their own rate, and you're not bad, you're not weird for doing your own timing. Whether you're early, before, or like you and your friends had a virginity party because you all got like slammed by the baseball team on the same weekend.
Love that. They
hit a grand slam and then they hit your grand slam. Oh, what did that? I want to make them. I would watch that movie.
That was poetic. Like, you should write that movie.
It's my poetry book.
Get rid of Riverdale.
The Grand Slam baseball team. Get ready, guys. My poetry book comes out June 1st. Yeah. So just make sure you're confident and ready. Make sure you have consent and have so much fun with it. Have sex. And please, if you have a story you want us to share, a comment, a question, you want to tell us that we're gorgeous, we will always take that too.
No, like I would love that. Actually, if you guys could just spam the comments, that would be beautiful.
Yes, please. No, but for real though, we will be posting a lot more. We're going to be posting more clips of upcoming videos. We're going to be teasing a lot more. So, we're going to be teasing a lot more. So get ready. And hopefully next time we will have a new setup and you'll see us in person. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm Ethan.
I'm Hadley. And this was To Tell You the Truth. Thank you for listening.